In today's workshop sessions, we're going to have a look at the one-handed table shuffle. Now this is a super cool move, and there's no kind of full shuffle with this. It's just a really fancy way to shuffle cards with one hand at the table. Now we've already had a look at the in the hands one-handed shuffle, which we've kind of made false as well, but we're going to bring that to the table with this classic kind of card table move. And today's video features roulette playing cards. Links are in the description below. If you like this deck, head over to MechanicIndustries and check it out right now. And if you like this tutorial and you found it useful, leave a comment, hit that like, share, subscribe, notification bell, and we'll let you know next time a video comes out. So grab your cards and let's learn the one-handed table shuffle. So the first step is to break this pack exactly in half. Now just with a little bit of practice, you can get used to splitting this pack. So exactly the same or very close to having exactly the same amount of cards. Now this next point is very important. We need to connect these two top edges and we need to leave a little space at the back. So that's the first step, is to break the packs in half, and then we connect the top corners, leaving about a thumb size gap at the back. So we split the two packets, we've connected the fronts, and we've left a little gap at the back. Now here's the grip. So the hand's going to come over, the heel of the hand is kind of going to lightly contact the back of the two packs. And then the ring finger is going to contact the right edge and the thumb is going to contact the left edge. So you need to have quite a wide grip with your hands here. And then the index finger is going to contact both packs at the same time. And what happens is we squeeze in with the ring finger and the thumb to put pressure between the cards as the index finger pulls up. Now traditionally this is taught where the index finger kind of really riffles up the front of the deck, kind of creating the pharaoh, but the way I do this, you only need to do the index finger to begin with and then the packets will kind of auto pharaoh. So I'll show you roughly what happens. So the heel goes down, pressure from the thumb and ring finger, and here's kind of the traditional way to do it. So the index will come in and then it will kind of peel up the cards, kind of pharaohing them as it goes. So that's kind of the original way to do this, using the index finger to peel up to pharaoh as you apply a bit of pressure with the thumb and ring finger. But the way I like to do this move is kind of using the index finger just to start the cards, and then I apply a bit more pressure with the thumb and index and then pull up as the cards kind of auto pharaoh. So I'll show you what that looks like. So I press down, index comes in, and as I pick up I apply pressure in with the thumb, and then I just do the first bit and then I remove the finger. So we line the packs, leaving a space, hand comes over, I press down, my index finger comes in and I start to apply pressure with the ring and thumb, and now I start the pharaoh off and then I remove the finger and these cards will just auto pharaoh. And now to do the bridge, we'll get into that in a second, we kind of apply pressure upwards for the bridge. So I just want to get into some fine kind of points, because this is the most tricky part of the move, this first part. So I press down and then I start to pick up these two packets. Now I'm pushing towards each other with kind of the ring finger, and the little finger kind of does a bit of work as well. And I cause the first couple to cascade and then I let go with the index. So here we pick up and then they start to pharaoh, and then the pressure here I kind of lightly, and this is what happened to begin with, you might get stuck a little bit, and it's just a little bit of practice to get these cards to kind of auto pharaoh, and once you get it you'll be able to get it every time. The first part of the move and the trickiest part is to get these cards to kind of come here and then they just auto pharaoh. So you will get stuck to begin with, but just with a little bit of practice, and the key is to kind of really, there's pressure but there's some lightness, so you're allowing air to get in there, and then as the finger picks up you kind of squeeze and you pull up a little bit as well. So you're not just doing squeeze in, you're kind of bringing these cards up. So this is a really key point. So I'll break, heel down, index finger in, and then I start the pharaoh, then I remove the finger and they will just auto pharaoh. So that's the first part of the move. So how are we going to bridge these cards now? So what we do with the flat part of the top of the index we're going to press down, and then again our ring finger and little finger gets in there, thumb on the left side, and these cards are initially still kind of angled out, but a nice point here is just to bring them in a little bit closer because they'll bridge a bit nicer. So as you're doing the bridge, you press down. I kind of sort of contact more towards the back of the pack here, and I kind of squeeze these inwards together a little bit. Now I keep pressure with the index down and the thumb, and kind of like the pinky's doing a lot of work here, the ring finger's doing a bit of work, my middle finger's kind of out of the way here, and then I just lift the index, and then they will kind of auto bridge as well. So we've got kind of like an auto faro and an auto bridge. We'll go over that again. So faro, finger presses down, I re-grip, and then I pull up as I'm pushing down with the index. So this is tough to do slow as well, but you'll see this slowly. So I kind of lift the index, and then all the cards will just cascade together thanks to that pressure and pulling up as well. So one more time, I connect the packs, leaving the space, my heel presses down, index goes in, ring finger and thumb apply pressure. I allow these cards to auto faro this way. My index finger presses down with the flat part, I re-grip, I squeeze in slightly, I pull everything up while maintaining pressure down with the index, and then just by releasing that index, those cards will bridge, and then you can come and square these up at the end. Press down, bridge, square up. It's a quick run through. Break, angle, heel, ring, thumb, index, pick up, pressure, and now here's what I mean by you kind of pull up as that happens. Index finger goes down, I push down with everything, and then I just release to let those cards bridge. Split, contact, space, press, index, ring, thumb, pull up. Allow these cards, you'll see this is what happened when you start practicing, they'll get caught, and that's because you're not pulling up as well at the same time. It's very subtle, but it's really important. So yeah, the real sticking point in this, and hopefully this tutorial will help you, is not to apply too much pressure. So a bit of pressure to begin with, but once you start the faro, is to kind of just let it breathe a little bit as you come up. So I'm doing this slowly, and this is what will happen. You will get stuck to begin with. Last time, split, connect, come in, index pulls up, press down, squeeze in fraction to square them up a little bit, bridge, release. So that's a one-handed table shuffle.